What's up, Bronies? It's me, Loaf, and today I have another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. I'm running the MSR with Harpy and the secondaries of MP9, Silence. But today I'm not here to talk about the gameplay. Well, I think I hardly ever talk about the gameplay itself, maybe in my Let's Plays and all that, but I'm not here to talk about channel-related stuff or upcoming series either. I'm actually here to talk about, not talk about, I'm actually here to tell you guys about a personal story. And this story is of how I became a brony. Now, I'm glad that this series came into my life. I'm glad that I became a brony. I'm glad that I'm not a hater, because I really do owe my life to My Little Pony. And yes, I realize that this may seem like I'm idolizing it as religion, but I am serious. I owe my life to this series. This being, and this is why. Sorry, I'm a little bit uh, tangled up in some other school-related stuff right now. But yeah, this starts somewhere around let's say maybe May, no, not May, June or July of last year. I was at I was actually like in this no, I was in my house. Sorry, trying to remember. I was in my house and I remember going onto memebase.com, and just to tell you guys, I have depression. I have anxiety. I I have what's called suicidal tendencies. But don't worry, I'm going to the psychologist. But yeah, this day when I found out My Little Pony, I was on Meme Base, and I was pretty sad. I was pretty depressed. I was contemplating suicide, and I was pretty sure that I wasn't gonna stand another week. So I was on Meme Base. I was scrolling through the pictures, and then I come across this one picture of Twilight. Yeah, Twilight. And I forgot what it said. I think it was one where it was Twilight, and then they photoshopped Rainbow Dash into there, it had a little caption that said "Stop clopping" and all that. And I don't remember. I think it was from the image was from. I'm not sure if it was the first episode of My Little Pony or the one where they're what's it called, have a sleepover. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I saw him. I'm like, oh, this looks well. This animation, well, not animation. This drawing looks awesome, and I couldn't believe myself. I couldn't believe I was thinking that ponies were cool right there. That they looked kind and sweet and gentle and all that. And so I left it like that. I saw like maybe two other pictures in that whole day, but that made me smile. I don't know why I was smiling at ponies. My whole life I've always laughed at My Little Pony, like, oh, My Little Pony is for little girls and all that. And so the rest of the day went on pretty well. I still was a little bit sad that whole day. And the next day I accompanied my mom to where she worked. And since she let me, they had a computer there, I went on the computer and what's it called, and went on YouTube and searched up, well, maybe we can give this a try. And so I searched up My Little Pony. And the first thing that came out was actually the My Little Pony Generation 1 or G1, whatever you want to call it. First one, and I put it on, and I just like played it off cool. I jokingly I said to my mom, "Hey, look, I'm watching My Little Pony." And no, I actually went back and saw the new version, saw the what's called the Friendship is Magic one. I'm all like, oh, what's this? This like new version? And so I clicked on it. It was the Nightmare Moon episode one, the pilot episode, the first one, and it was pretty cool. I saw it like sadly the computer didn't have any sound, so I only saw like until where what's it called Twilight says, I know I've heard this, but where and all that. And yeah, it's like pretty much where I watched it since it didn't have any audio. And then I said, well, maybe we can give it another try, but this time with audio. So I had to wait until I got home. And now that I remember, I got home at like 9 at night, like 9 or 10 around, 9 or 10 p.m. And so I had to wait until the next day and tell my sister to let me borrow if I could borrow her laptop since my PC was broken at the time. And so the phone is ringing. And well, what's it called? So yeah, I told her if I could borrow her laptop, and I immediately searched up My Little Pony, and I didn't know it was called Friendship is Magic yet. So I just searched up My Little Pony, and came across the same video I saw at my mom's work the day before. And so I was like, oh cool, let's watch it. Let's watch what sounds. And when I clicked on the video, it started like narrating the first part. You know how it is. But when it got to Twilight, I noticed something. Like I heard Twilight's voice, and I said, "Hey, this voice sounds familiar." And so I, just kept watching. So I kept watching, and at the end of the title intro, I noticed it said developed by Lauren Faust. So I quickly paused the video because I knew this name from somewhere. I just couldn't place my finger on it. And I paused the video. I went on Google and searched Lauren Faust. And to my surprise and to my happiness, it was the same person that had worked on what's called Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And so this only gave me one more reason to like watch it. I'm like, oh cool, this is awesome. So I kept watching. At this point I noticed something familiar in Twilight's voice as well. And I kept watching, kept watching. It was awesome. It was honestly the best cartoon I have seen in years. At this point I hardly ever watched Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network and all that. And if I ever did, I would just watch what's called things like SpongeBob and all that, but every once in a while, because I long stopped liking it. So it was pretty cool. It was awesome. I saw the end title said Terror Strong, and I was happy. There was so many things combined that I liked and all that. And I'll end the first part of the story here, and I'll continue on the next video.